Welcome to the channel. So today we have a character I've been very much looking forward to doing a redraw for because I've already had an idea for him before I got to his character. So here we have the first version of this character. It is meant to be a rock get like post I tried to draw like my inner edginess that I used to like have I was like super edgy back then. I don't know if like that you could see it in my monster art, not in this one. But I was like thinking about the makeup and the gloves, but trying to keep it simple with this one. But I think it's not edgy. At the end of the day, this didn't turn out as edgy as I wanted to when I first started this project a few years back. Not few years, about like, well, whenever I made these first drawings. But yeah, this is the gloves, the face makeup, stuff like that. Then we have the second version, which is more rocker style this time. And I kind of kept these little head tufts here. And I tied this into a little ring, a little hair ring design. And I gave him a guitar. I still don't know how to draw guitars. I'm just making sure you know that for the result, because instruments is not something I draw on the daily. It is something I very rarely draw. But you got the ripped pants. I changed the gloves to match the shirt and the shoes. And the belt also matches the rest of the clothes. That's gonna be a theme for the rest of for the next version, which is the final version. Now we get to the big boy here, Rust Rocker. So the aesthetic of his clothes is actually like X Rockstar the vibes with that Borderlands. I used to like Borderlands. That's why I want to give him. It's before all the Borderlands stuff happened, and I really just don't like the move they made with with the movie. It's kind of dumb. But anyway, enough of that. But yeah, I was trying to go with a Borderlands rustic style, and that is intentional piss yellow. By the way, that's very much intentional coloring. But yeah, I got the browns, the blues. Too much light, I think. Let me get closer. See, got the light blues, the clothes, the like, and get the buckles on the shoes. But I wanted to keep some of the edge that he had in the other versions. So I turned the top one that used to be makeup into a brow, a very close like eyelashes or a brow type thing. I changed the organization of his tufts. Now I mixed up the two versions of his hair. And I turned the bottom part into like black makeup under the eyes. I split the X on his clothes on both sides. Since he's a rebellious character, I wanted to make him like out of the ordinary compared to the others, where their X is like together and neatly on attached to their clothes. And the guitar is, well, a guitar, but it actually works as an axe. It's an axe, really, with like with guitar notches. He doesn't have his guitar anymore because he doesn't play music at all. But he does love music still. So he modeled his axe after his old guitar. It was an electric one. I think this is another thing. He has socks or sock gloves and socks under his stuff, under his feet, his boots, and his gloves to give him that more surviving in surviving the lands, surviving like the desert landscape, hot sand thing where he through the gloves and the socks under his boots and gloves, he can touch hot objects without getting hurt as much by wearing heavier clothing. And that's really it. Oh yeah, his powers. His backstory and his powers. So his backstory is that he is an ex-rocker, an ex-rock star that, due to unfortunate circumstances, had to leave the industry. But by doing so, all the hatred he gained for the industry made him develop powers. And these powers let him have Everrust, the ability to make anything he touches with his weapon or his guitar axe, and make them ever like you can't stop the rust that happened. Only he can stop the rust that and cure the rust that he creates with his attacks, which makes him a hazard threat in any scenario. But with that being said, and I know I told you what it looks a lot, but yeah, that's was his whole angle. But yeah, that being said, have yourselves a wonderful day. Like, comment, or subscribe, and peace.